Good morning, dudes, and welcome to Jungle Master. This is a mod for Dota 2 that I found to be pretty interesting. Although, let's be honest, it's not like super amazing, but I think it's pretty cool. So, let's go and take a look. As you can see, there's a very limited selection of heroes. That's just because, at least that's what I assume, these are the only ones that are gonna be in any way useful. Everybody else is just gonna fucking blow. So I'll go ahead and grab myself Bloodseeker, who is probably, most likely, easily, definitely the best hero for this. But it's a very simple game mode. I think it's pretty interesting, but not because of the game mode itself, but because of the ideas regarding the game mode. It has some issues as well, but we're gonna get into that, right? So first of all, let's actually go ahead and start playing.
10 seconds to go.
But yeah, as you can see, a pretty limited selection of heroes. I think that everybody else would be useless anyway, but I don't know why there is only this selection of the heroes. But let's go ahead and get into it. Now, these are just regular Dota heroes. There's nothing special about this Bloodseeker. This is just a Bloodseeker. Now, you can see we are on a different map, right? Like, this is not a regular Dota map, and it's freaking huge. Like, this map is enormous. Yeah. It's absolutely giant. Now, what is this? It's actually pretty cool. So, let me go ahead and actually start with some items. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for some tangos as well. Just, a little bit of healing. But as you can see, this entire map, just take a look at the minimap, right? Like, it's filled with creep camps. Creep camps are absolutely everywhere, and that's kind of like the point. You just farm creeps. Now, I know that sounds unbelievably boring, but give it a second, right? Yes, you farm creeps, but first of all, the creep camps aren't always the regular ones, right? As you can see, this right here, yeah, this is just an easy camp. This up there is 2 hard camps. Right down here, this is a huge stack of easy camps, like absolutely enormous. This down here is a huge stack of ancient dragons. We have Roshan here, but like the further you go down on the map, the crazier the camps are gonna become. So I think that's already like the first decently interesting idea. Now, but that's not all there is to it. The thing is, the enemy heroes are also on the map with you. Right, so I am around here, right, and this is where the spawn is for the Dire. The spawn for the Radiant is over here, and it's just straight up connected, where we can just walk to their side of the map and start punching them. And you're gonna find that at some point it's actually a really good idea to start doing that. Now, how do you win in this, right? This is, I think, the most interesting part of this game mode. This right here is where you win. The Ancient is up here, and it's protected by 2 towers. You summon units, right? You summon units by buying them at this shop. You can buy a footman, a sniper, a chaos knight, and a catapult. And those are gonna be, basically walking down this lane, fighting each other, and gonna try to break down the opponent's ancient. That is the idea. It costs money to do so, but you do have increased income, and you can also, as you can see, farm. That's basically all there is to it, but you're gonna see this is actually pretty interesting. Because, first of all, you need to manage your gold, right? You need to manage your income. So, do I spend my money on units up here? Early on, you're gonna see that almost nobody invests money into this. So, it's just because it's really not a great idea. But afterwards, after a little while, you kind of want to start spawning dudes, right? You want to start applying pressure to your opponents, and you really want to start breaking down their base. What items do I buy, right? Do I buy items for fighting? Do I buy items for, for farming? Where do I go with this? And that's always an interesting question. I think I'm gonna get a Radiance right here. Right, some sort of AoE is always really useful, and seems like a decent idea. And yeah, that's kind of the thing. Right now, Bloodseeker, as I already mentioned, is the best hero for this. And that's just because, first of all, he can heal and like endlessly jungle. I guess I didn't really need the tangos, but also because he gets to scout out the opponents. And he gets the bonus damage, of course, if they take damage. And they always take damage, right? There's just no way for them to avoid taking damage. Now, as you can see, these are pretty tough camps. Like, they can't actually go here yet. That's something maybe Axe can pull off, but not really. Like, it's just difficult. Like, this is tough. This is something I can't really kill. So maybe something like a Battle Fury might be a decent plan, right? Now you can't go up here. I've tried. I've tried really, really hard. You can't actually go up there. You're stuck down here fighting your opponents, right, and fighting the creeps. But this fight is independent. Now you can throw spells there, right? For example, the Blood Rite. I haven't tried it with Bloodseeker yet, I've got to admit, but we're gonna see about that, right? But I think you can toss a Blood Rite up here and, you know, help push down the creep wave. Which is probably another reason why Bloodseeker is the best for this. I know that with Axe I could cast a Battle Hunger on the creeps that were up here. So I assume it's gonna be the same with Bloodseeker. Something that's pretty important is actually getting a courier. I'm quite surprised that we do have one. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not even a bad idea for everybody to just go get their own courier, but I don't know. I mean, who's actually gonna do that, right? Let me go ahead and grab myself some power treads. You do want boots, right? And power treads are really just... They are the best boots for farming. They just are, because they give you the most damage. Let me go ahead and grab these, and of course that's gonna help amplify my movement speed even further, which is pretty neat. And yeah, I think I'm really actually gonna get a Radiance next. So, as you guys know, right, our opponents are on the other side of the map. So I do, of course, have the option of just going to bully them. Now, usually that doesn't happen right away, right? As you saw, there's limited selection of heroes. So something I thought before I learned about that was, I'm gonna just go ahead and take Ricky and bully them. Sadly, that doesn't actually work, right? Actually, let me go ahead and see. Maybe we can get something over here. I mean, look at this. Like, people are flashing. It's on the minimap, it seems to be a bit bugged. So as I mentioned, this mod isn't amazing by any stretch, right? It's okay at what it wants to do, I think. But it does have some definite issues. Hello. I hope you don't mind that. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. From the internet. I'm also the Balmy from real life. I don't just exist on the internet, though that's where I spend most of my time, that's true. Wait, was that supposed to be like some sneak diss? Is that just like, are you that guy that's only alive on the internet? Damn you. I might have fallen for that. Oh, well, can't find out. Nope. That's not happening. But yeah, as you can see, right, like I can go and interact with our opponents in this sort of way. Oh, I found another one. Right, I can just go ahead and beat them up. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that they also want to beat me up. So, this might not be a great idea. In fact, I'm pretty confident that this was a terrible idea. Okay, take this. Please leave me alone. I'm gonna get taunted so hard. I am so dead. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, I got a bit greedy there. But as you can see, like, my team is now kind of exploring into the lower parts of the map, and they are really starting to work on these big creeps. We have Mask of Madness. That's interesting. I don't know. I guess that does actually work. No, it doesn't. So yeah, I got 2 kills. I died once. I mean, that's okay.
I've never seen you on the internet, so I don't think you're on real life.
So let me go ahead and just continue farming, of course. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a Radiance. I think that's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna help with a lot of camps, right? Like, it's gonna be pretty damn useful. Let me go ahead and get the first again. I'm just maxing that because it's like the best farming ability we have. Because they are all jungling, right? They're all gonna be taking damage constantly, and I just get like so much value out of first. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so this is basically it. I know it doesn't seem super exciting, but I think it has some very interesting ideas, right? I like this up here a lot. I think this is really cute. And I like the idea of just tossing people on a map, right? And just being like, well, if you find each other, go fight. If you don't, then that's fine too, right? Nobody's forcing you. Now, there's a bit of a problem with this mod, right? First of all, as you can see, it's a lot of farming, right? It can get pretty boring, I suppose. But that's not even my main problem. My main problem is this up here, because it doesn't actually work. And that... It does work... Wait, let me rephrase that. It does work, right? Like, saying it doesn't work, I feel is a bit dishonest, because it does actually do what it wants to do. You can summon units. Like, that's just the thing you can do, right? That part works. The part that doesn't work is... summoning a lot of them, right? Because then the game just starts lagging really hard. Like, really, really hard. Dota is struggling right now with putting a lot of units on the same map. It's just not something that it can really do. And I think that's a real shame. Like, I want Dota to be able to do that, because like a lot of my favorite mods from Warcraft 3 had a lot of units on the map, right? I love tower defenses, and tower defenses tend to have a lot of fucking dudes, right? I'll just go ahead and upgrade the career. But if I can't have that in Dota, then we have a problem, because that really takes a lot of possibility for really exciting game modes away, right? It just takes those options away. And I feel like we should have those options. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. So that's really like one of the big problems I see with Dota modding right now, right? It's just something like this up here, which is obviously a really cute idea, so let me go ahead and show you. It's a bit weird, you can't just click on it, you need to like drag it, or you need to double click it. But I could now train some rifleman, right, or some chaos knights, which of course costs me money, which sets me back a bit on my farming, right? You cannot see the point, right? Like, so you have to find the sweet spot. But this is gonna start pushing the lane now, and gonna start working on this tower. Now, eventually you get to a point where you just have a lot of fucking dudes up there, right? Where you just want to summon a freaking army. And because there are only 4 units that you can summon, right? There's only 4 different types of units. You're gonna get to a point where you just start spamming the button. Because this down here is not gonna win you the game. This up here wins you the game, because that's where the ancients are, right? So you start spamming the buttons and then it just dies. The game just freaking dies. It just starts lagging so hard. And it's unplayable almost, right? And you have to keep in mind, like, I am probably the best host you're going to find. I have a really good computer. I have an amazing internet connection, right? It's just, like, if I can't host something, you need to rethink your game mode. Like, it's really that simple. So yeah, that's just a big problem. But I guess for now, we're just gonna go ahead and sit here and play, which seems like a pretty decent idea, doesn't it? And I actually really like the idea of dogs here. Oh, look at that. He rushed Shiva's guard. That's cool. Yeah, I can see that being pretty neat. Okay. So now, of course, we also always have the option of just, you know... Oh, that's 3 Vorshans, by the way. Because 1 isn't good enough.
Shit, there's 3 of them.
I can distract 2 when you kill them. Oh, we helped there. Oh, I'm gonna die to this, aren't I? Holy shit, that was really close. Okay, I need to heal up. Okay. Good. Yeah, you can't run around with low HP, like they do with 2 Bloodseekers.
I don't think this is possible.
No. This is just not happening. That is a bit silly. Like that they are like freaking 3 Roshans, okay. So. But it's kind of a fun farming simulator, I guess. Right? I don't actually mind having a farming simulator. They're quite you wouldn't believe it. Right? How many mods out there are like, I have this amazing idea, and it's just like a freaking farming simulator. Right, where people just... I have seen so many mods where people just accidentally build a farming simulator and didn't understand that. And it's just like, I don't know about this, man. I don't know, like, I get the point. I get the idea, but this is just not that interesting. Okay. There are also some spots, by the way, on the map that are just really odd. Like, up here... No, not up there. Wait, let me find one. Like, up here, this is high ground. Right? Like, they're just creeps up there. How the hell do I get to those? I don't fucking know. You gotta blink up there and, like, play Batrider or something. Because I sure as hell can't get there. I've actually never been this far down in the map. At least not on this side. I've only played the Dire so far, so getting to the Radiant portion of it, it's a bit odd. Lots of ghosts, apparently. Oh, you know. I'll kill your ghosts. I don't freaking care. Oh, I look like I give a damn. No, of course I don't. Of course I don't. So yeah, now we are really at a point where you can see, right, like our farming, it's just never ending, right? Like creeps aren't a problem. So at this point we can really ask ourselves 2 questions. Do we build, you know, do we build more damage? Do we like try to fight, right? Do we try to take down our opponents? Or do we do this up here, right? We have green currently applying a lot of pressure here. And let me go ahead and add some of these in. Now this is interesting, I think, because these, as you can see, these catapults, these I would kill. Come on. Oh my god, that was really close. Come on. Oh my god, no. Okay. Thankos. Help. Please, no. No, Radiant's probably not amazing right now. Okay. Oh my god, this is really nice. Ah, yeah. Fresh surge of life. But these catapults move really slowly. So you need to kind of time it. Right? Like, I need to kind of say, okay, you know what? I just sent my catapults. They're getting really close. So let me go ahead and start sending my Chaos Knights, which are really, really fast. Because, of course, I want to make space for the catapults so they can actually, you know, attack and not die horribly. So, yeah. That's Jungle Master, everybody. Let's go punch some people. Now, you're gonna see in a bit, right, once people actually really start spamming units, it's gonna start lagging like hell. Yeah, that is the biggest problem. That sucks. That is a really, really big issue. But, you know, what can you do? Man, I'm actually really interested in what everybody else is building. Like, if they are building... but, yeah, you see right here. Right? By the way, these kills up here, like, if my units get them, they count as my kills. Which is kind of neat. Right? So it's not like you don't get anything out of it. You do get something out of it if you summon dudes up there. So... yeah, but as you can see, right, like, the tower is completely tearing these apart. These are pretty strong towers. They really are. They have a lot of armor. That tower has 100 armor, which is quite silly. Okay. But yeah, let me go ahead and take these guys. And I think I'm gonna start fighting now. I want to get some kills, man. Like, I don't mind this. I wouldn't say that. Fuck you. Oh man, that was funny. I love that. That was really cool because he had that moment where it's like, well, do I fight him? Do I do what? Now, as you can see, they have not been doing a great job at farming, right? That guy was level 9, right? I'm level 18. You get the most experience for killing heroes. That's just a thing. Right, like Dota right now is balanced in such a way that you get the most from killing heroes. Like they are just simply the best way of acquiring money, and I'm getting everything, and I'm dying right now. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe he is. It's probably him. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So now this is the issue, right? I have a lot of cash right now, like a shitload of fucking money. Now what do I spend it on? Right, I could continue upgrading my hero, but that doesn't win me the game. And up here, I only have 4 units. Right, I can build like a shitload of footmen and archers and all of this. You see this? You see this? You see what I'm spawning here? Well, goodbye frame rate. The game is dying now. And I didn't even spend all of my money. But do you see how the frame rate just immediately dropped? Yeah, that's the problem. And that's not really, I think, a problem with the mod as much. It's just a problem with Dota. Like, this is something they desperately have to fix. Because if you can't have a lot of units on the map, then what's the point of modding? Because, frankly, there's a lot you just can't do. Right? And you see this? You see how dead the frame rate is? This is where people are also gonna start disconnecting. I just doomed them all. I totally did. Right? I could just force a bunch of disconnects right now. But because I summon a lot of units, now they have to summon a lot of units as well. Which, look at this mess now. Look at this. Now this is where Bloodseeker comes into play again. Because as I mentioned, I believe you can Bloodrite up there. And doing that is probably a decent idea. Because that's gonna clean out a lot of the camps. And hello. I hope you don't mind this. I'm not really giving you a choice in the matter though. Okay, let me go ahead and get up here. and try to put down a Blood Rite. Of course, Blood Rite has a huge range, right? Like, that's something that is really important here. Yeah, as you can see, I can cast it up here. And that's gonna deal a lot of... You are so cute with your level 10. Wait. That one's a bit stronger. But honestly, I still don't give a damn. Come on, fight me. Stop running now. Okay. Yeah, but you see, like, I have a bit of influence. I don't know if this is really how it's supposed to be played, or if I'm just abusing it. But I'm gonna keep doing it. But as I mentioned, right, Bloodseeker best hero for this. I think it becomes pretty obvious why. So I'll just summon a bunch of catapults now. Again, you need to time these, right? Like, that's difficult with the catapults. You really have to make sure that you summon them first, and then you send an army afterwards. But yeah. Jungle Master, everybody. If you're playing this mod, make sure that you can actually fight. Oh wait, are they still pushing? And we should probably ban Bloodseeker or something, because this hero is obviously really stupid. Like, not just even in this mod, like in general. This hero is just generally really stupid. I don't think I actually need to do anything there. Okay, let me go to move down here again. Oh, hello. That's a lot of dudes. Goodbye. Okay, let me go ahead and select this again. And just start spamming dudes. Right, like, again, huge army. It's gonna, like, protect my catapults, which are moving so slow. Like, that's really important, right? Like, you have to keep in mind, the catapults move slowly. And I'll just continue farming these spots. Oh wait, it takes a while for them to spawn all in. I thought they all spawned at the same time. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, but, like, I think we're actually gonna be able to close this game out now. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they spawn a huge army again. I'll stay up there because I want to be able to Blood Rite and help out. Right.
No breaking down the radiant structure.
But any long-range spell like that is gonna be very, very powerful, of course. But yeah, like, they're now summoning an army. Can I? Yeah. See? Here. It doesn't kill them, but it deals a lot of damage, and I'll just start eating in here. Right, maybe I can get a bit of radiance damage going on. Something along those lines. This is really like... I'm pretty sure this is not how you're supposed to play it. But that's how I'm gonna be playing. Also, I'm not sure if I can survive this. I can't actually do anything. Right, it's lagging too hard. Look at this. Look at this. There's just no... This is going at like 2 frames per second. Right, this is just freaking dead. Oh, Lycan is actually amazing. Holy hell, I just realized that. The howl is insane. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, also I'm dead forever now, which so you know, that's kind of how it goes. Oh man. Yeah, that's, as I mentioned, the problem. Can't really do much about that. So yeah, that's kind of it. I think we'll stop it at that, because honestly the game is over. This is just, like, this is never going to resolve. Right, people are gonna start disconnecting now, this is done. That's the problem with the game mode. And that's gonna be a problem not only with this game mode, but with all game modes that are trying to do something like that. And that's just an issue that I don't think the modders can fix. I think that's something Valve needs to fix. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see you tomorrow.
What's happening?